We're going.
Okay, good morning, folks. We are going to call to order the Kingsburg Downtown Business Improvement District Advisory Board meeting. It is May 2nd, and we're calling to order at 8:06. At this time, we are open to public comment. You're listening on Facebook, correct? You're not commenting.
You come in.
No one come forward for public comment at this time, correct? Moving on to item number 3, approval for the minutes from the 4/4/22 meeting as submitted by City Clerk Abigail Palisgarden.
So moved.
First by Mr. Subversion, second by June, and all those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Okay, moving on to item number 4, photography discussion, possible action. We have with us this morning our brave soul.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So, my proposal that came to you a little bit earlier and that's on the table here, my conversation with Ron at Five Creative was that we are trying to create, like we spoke of in the beginning, just the heart and soul of Kingsburg. And in order to do that, we need real life photos. We need pictures of moms with strollers. We want kids eating ice cream. We want just what happens in town on a normal basis. And to do that, because the budget that we approved from the beginning was focused on taking pictures of the business specifically, we haven't focused on taking those ambiance pictures of just life in Kingsburg. Kids sitting reading books, sitting waiting for a friend or skateboarding. So I've taken some along the way, but that hasn't been the focus. So I wanted to see if it was possible to increase our budget and our time together to start including those photos with that particular focus. And so that is the proposal on the table. Our initial budget for the RFP was $15,000. And so what I'm requesting is the $1,320, which is remaining, and I will just shoot like crazy and give him as many photos as we can so that the rest of the website has the same feel and flavor and heart of what we've been doing.
We went and took a bunch of pictures of folks strolling and eating ice cream and reading and sitting on benches and parking signs and murals and the tower and the park, kids playing in the park and apartments and a couple things. We took like 2 hours on a Sunday, my husband and I, and we're just gonna give him those at no cost. I'm just gonna say though, if there's something else that Ron wants, that we could come back to this, if that's okay with everybody, but, we were just like looking at money, and if we could like really stay within our first budget on our first project, people would be really thrilled with us. So I said, hey, Craig Thomas, can you just go shoot some things? And so he just took 2 hours and he went and did it. But I mean, if Ron still feels like he needs more and we don't have time, and we had talked about asking for submissions from folks, because there's a guy in town that does a lot of pictures for us of everything.
Johnson?
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Johnson, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, so we also, Craig and I talked with, Ron at Five Creative about how he wanted them edited. And he shot some of your pictures so that they would be in the same like warm tone, you know, kind of like the same colors, because Craig's usually more vivid colors than you.
Right.
So he was gonna change that for them so they would be cohesive. But I mean, coming back, if Craig doesn't give him everything he wants, then I guess we could put it out there that we come back to this. That would be my motion. Be okay with you guys?
If we need to come back to this,
If
to
we
come
need to
back to it, yeah.
And see where they got, because we took probably 100 or more pictures.
And since we're in the beginning stages of the website right
Mhm.
now, it's kind of hard to tell what we need until we get maybe to the
Mhm.
end and that we're wrapping it up.
Yeah. So there were some folks that would walk for us, and there were some kids that were eating ice cream, and, yeah, there's like 150 edited photos, they're going to him, so I don't know.
Perfect. Absolutely, and I'm
Yeah.
completely open to that. You could come back at any time.
Yeah.
I just saw the need,
Mhm.
and so I thought we'll discuss it now, put it on the table.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. We're trying to be as budget friendly as possible,
Absolutely.
so.
So Leslie made a motion.
I made a motion.
Oh, I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed? Right. So while we have you, let's talk about your list here,
Yeah.
because you're.
Perfect. Okay, so we have tackled, so 95 was the list that was given to me. So Abby has been amazing to work with. So 95 are completed. There are 11 in progress, and you'll see those down below. 4 newly reinstated, and hopefully more will be coming forward, because I've made a lot of friends in town as I've gone along, and people are asking, what are you doing? And so I'm able to share with them and say, well, hey, you know, oh, you're not on my list, you need to call Abby and, you know, get that straightened out, and then she'll tell me and I'll come back and shoot your business. So we are constantly having those added to our list, which is really nice. That was kind of the hope from the beginning. We have a few that are non-responsive, and 2 opted out, and then 2 that were reclassified. So what that means, at the very bottom of the page under other, the collection was listed as one of our businesses that has a license in town and has paid with the DID, but the collection is actually a line of women's clothing inside the mercantile. So she didn't prefer to have that shot separately. She said that is part of the mercantile, part of their product. So we can address that however you'd like to do that. Oak and Rose Candle Company, this is a student who had a boutique inside of Trinkets and Treasures, and so she's gone back to school. She doesn't have her business. I did shoot some pictures of the Baker's Closet. Baker's Closet is now going online, so they won't have a store to actually visit in town. So what we're finding as we go along is that maybe what we didn't anticipate is that it's not as easy just to walk in the door and shoot. So build a relationship with every single business, and it's, I'm really proud of where we are. I realize we still have a few to go, but what we didn't anticipate or really talk about from the beginning is we had Easter in there. We also had the tax deadline, so all the CPAs were said thank you very much, but we'd rather talk to you in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So we have a few of those left to track down. We also had a change in season. So in the very beginning of our photos, our trees in town were sticks. And so I have gone back and reshot many times. So like Fugazi, when I went and shot Fugazi to begin with, it's just a gray building with sticks. Now there's some leaves on the tree, so I've shot again. The main was the same thing, more pictures. And also the style of the photos has developed over time. And once I talked to Ron, I thought, okay, wait a second, we need to be much more detailed. We need to have, some of these businesses are service oriented, so when they go in, they're like, what are you gonna take a picture of? So we've had to take the time and be really creative about how to get a photo of what they do. Is there a product, is there a card that we can put near a library of their books for an accountant? Things like that. So those are some of the things that have taken our time. And a couple of, it was very funny, a couple hung up on me. They thought I was a marketing sales pitch.
Selling something.
Yeah, and I had to call them back and go, don't hang up, wait. So I was able to explain. And some of them just are taking a few conversations. Like some of our quieter service-oriented businesses are not wanting to participate, they're kind of on the fence. But like Phil Erickson called this week and he said, okay, you got me, I'm curious. He said, I have to meet you, please come, and was absolutely delightful, and we were able to get some great shots with him. So I'm just gonna keep ticking along, but I'm happy to answer any questions, or if you have any insight into some of these that I'm having trouble getting.
Thomas Barrington is still in business. Number 20.
Okay, and that was another challenge. All of the 897 numbers on my list, most of them don't go through anymore. And so I've been asking the businesses just by walking in the door and saying, hey, I'm calling, and it'll dial, and then it just screams in my ear. And so a lot of them have disconnected their phones and gone to cellular, and we just don't have the updated number.
They haven't changed their phone number in the business license system, so let's say they got their license like 10 years ago, and they've never changed it with
Right.
so Kim's, a lot of her landlines are disconnected.
Yeah, I have notes if you'd like to see them, but I literally sat there and called 43 businesses one day trying to schedule to come in, and all of the 897s were not working. So, some of them are, it doesn't seem to be specific to being in town, whether I'm in Fresno, whether I'm in Kingsburg, it's still not working, and others do. So I don't have an explanation for that, but it's just taking the on foot walking in the door. So, but Dr. Barrington, was he next to, is he by Kingsburg Insurance, right behind?
Yes,
No, down the street a little bit.
down
Down
the street,
further?
on the corner of Lewis and Lincoln.
You're
Okay.
right next door to Dr. Yamashita. Is Yamashita on our list?
I think so, but I don't know.
They're in the same,
I don't,
they're in the same, strip,
That building.
yeah,
okay, Yamashita?
yeah.
Okay.
They are non, I was reading, when I was going through your last
Yeah.
list, they haven't paid.
Yeah, Yamashita is not on
Yeah.
there, but he's in the same building?
Yeah.
Yes.
And at Kingsford Valley, the owner is fighting cancer, so that's probably why you can't get a hold of her.
Okay, yeah, and are they in the same building as the 5/5? Okay, so I found the building, but nobody's ever home. So, and I've left multiple messages.
Huh?
Yukari.
Yukari at the Kingsford Valley.
Are
Oh,
they still
oh.
teaching?
Well, I don't think, she's really kind of in limbo now. She's trying to get somebody to come over. She does have somebody working for her, but she's mostly in Fresno. Wouldn't be hard to find a ballot.
Daryl Olson, number 8.
They're in the where?
Number 8, Daryl Olson. Where is, you said scheduling, where is that, what is it?
So that's just, he was one of the ones on my list. I wasn't clear what he did, and so he's just one that got bumped to the bottom. I just have to get in touch
Yeah,
with him
I'm
again.
trying to figure out, but the Daryl Olson I know died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the one, is that the apartment?
Yeah,
I think
the
we went
apartment
through the
behind
list. So if somebody owns apartments that's in the BID zone, they're still paying their BID fee. So, every business that's in the zone is
So
included.
that's owned by the Olson family, Jeff Olson's family, and it's actually going into escrow today because there's a for sale sign on, I brought a buyer for it, so,
Okay.
that may be one you don't wanna worry about too
Okay.
much at this point.
I appreciate that information. I found all the sneaky little hiding places in this town. I've seen things that other people haven't seen. I've been upstairs in like the Jackson and Associates. It's amazing up there, so beautiful. So thank you for that.
Need a tour.
Yeah, trying to find people has been difficult. Okay.
For Barrington, I have a phone number.
Thank you. Okay.
It is, 869-4595.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I will be in town. I'll just be in town. I'm gonna be in town this afternoon shooting,
You done,
Isabel Bridal.
RPS real estate?
Yes.
No, nobody told me.
I would love to have another shot of them though, actually, because there wasn't a lot to shoot. Do you have an idea for me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like that, my new logo involved in it too, so, yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, we'll talk and you can.
Talk after and we can set up an appointment.
I appreciate that. Perfect.
One thing did come up, as Kim was saying, people pay throughout the year, even though it's due January 1st. So I don't know, after Kim's done with this project, there's gonna be some businesses that haven't paid for 2022 yet, and Kim's done with her 6 to 8 weeks, and I don't know what you guys wanna do moving forward, if those businesses just to wait till next year for the next fiscal budget, or, just as a heads up, something to think about?
Well, their business license was due April first, at that point, it's gonna be delinquent, correct?
Yes, it's due January first, delinquent April first.
Then I'd say that
You wait.
you wait till the next year,
Okay,
you know, pay your bills,
yeah.
you know? It's like,
Because I don't want to keep sending, and there's some
No.
people, you know, this happens, like, they pay in finance and it doesn't get processed through my end. It's not a perfect system, so, like, Ashley Bergman Hair, like, she paid in December, it just, we didn't process it. So she's new on the list, but she had paid in time, so some of those are gonna come up over time also.
well, I would say if it's our fault,
Yeah,
Yeah.
then, yeah, we gotta do something.
yeah,
If
You
the
know,
check's
that-
dated April 2,
yeah,
then I'm not gonna worry about it, you know, you had, that would just be me, you know. Those that got screwed up in the system here, then I think we have an obligation to, you know, to help them out and do something.
yeah, okay.
But I think those are gonna be far and few between.
And some people pay, but they don't pay the exact right amount. I have a couple that are like that right now, they just haven't came to pay. Some of them, it's like $15, like, just come pay the $15. Yes.
Okay, so is there, if they made the initial thing and it was an honest, just miscalculation?
Yeah. There's a couple of those right now also.
Mhm.
From my perspective, we were contracted for more businesses. I don't mind coming back and doing more.
Okay.
So if we could clump them, so that we're doing,
Yeah.
like, come to town and do like 10,
Mhm.
that would be great. And on the other side, you might wanna talk with Ron and make sure he could add them as well.
Right.
So we don't waste time on this side.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've been sending, so like the business license list is fluid, there's new people coming in, like, am I sending Ron new businesses that are coming through, or is it the same thing where you guys wanna do?
I had a conversation with him this afternoon about, how much information he has from everybody, the papers that he sent out, you know,
Mhm.
if people are getting those back to him
Yeah,
to see, or, because nobody's given me one.
yeah, I haven't gotten anything,
So that is something I need to talk to him and I'll ask him about
okay,
adding. There is a maintenance. It was going to be quarterly, correct? I think it's going to be quarterly. So we just finished a quarter, so what are you talking about? I'm sure he wants to get it. He's just about ready to go, like, fake live, the demo live, so that we can all see it in actual time.
Cool. And it's part of the challenge too, we talked, and because I build websites as well, and I said, you're gonna have the challenge of trying to figure out which photos are which business. So I've taken the time to go through and relabel each photo according to the business and keep them in a numerical order so that if I have to reshoot the outside of a building just because now we have a beautiful tree instead of a tree of sticks, when I submit that back to the website where he's downloading everything, it puts it in the same section of the website, so he can see everything for that business at one spot. And it will continue to load that way. So that's hopefully been good. And as we speak, there are 2 days worth of shots loading, so they're continuously loading.
No, he was not stressed about you at all.
Okay, good.
He was good. He was good. It's just getting folks to provide us their.
And that's the question I'm getting on the other side, so maybe we can discuss that a little bit, because I want to represent you properly. But people are saying, well, how do I get these photos? When do I get them? And I said, I'm giving everything to the BID, and you can contact them, and they will give you the information on how to find them. How you want to distribute that?
it would have been probably good now looking back to have Ron's information, the sheets that Kim's gone door to door. He's hitting
Yeah.
the streets here,
Yeah.
yeah.
Could have handed them out, so. Okay, so what, do you plan on giving them the photos, or you said those?
To the merchant or to the businesses?
Yes.
I haven't really thought about it. We had one that wants to, does not want to put on the website until.
I have been questioned if they would like to proof their page before it goes live.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's opening up Pandora's box.
Oh, man.
That's a big process.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If we're paying professionals.
Well, and then we are the BID board, we are approving it before it goes
Yeah.
live, so
We're
not
supposed to be
every.
representing
Yeah.
Yes,
all those businesses.
yes, so we can't have every single business approve their page. If they wanna opt out, they can opt out, or they can, you know, trust us, we're gonna approve it,
A lot
And
of
what I've seen so far, there is nothing that anybody would be unhappy about. Well, there's always gonna be somebody, but, but from what I've seen so far, I have not seen anything that would be.
And I
I think if we do give, them their pictures, I don't see anything wrong with it, but I think, personally, how I feel is like, I never like my photographer to post my pictures before I get to post them, or, you know, like, something like that, so I think maybe we need to get the website up and all those pictures used before everyone's already seeing them on other platforms. Just a thought, I don't know.
No, that's totally, I never post any work that I do for anybody until after their event.
Yeah.
I mean, that's theirs, and this is our project and Vi's project and Kim's project, and that needs to be complete.
I think so, yeah.
And then we can, technically, I mean, you know, technically, they are property of the bid, and they are all part of the bid, but we control. And also too, because we need to slow way down it, because then how is Abigail gonna have to send them to them? Is Kim gonna have to send, you know, there's a lot of moving parts there, and Abigail has enough on her plate. So, let's just say at this point, we're gonna hold everything until Ron is completely complete.
And I say we because I feel like I'm representing you
Yeah.
when I'm out. So we have taken the time with every single business to ask them, is this okay? Would you like this? Which products are the most popular when people come into your business? What do they recognize the most about you? What's in demand about you? And so those are the photos that we've taken. So hopefully, there's not anything that someone's gonna be upset about. If they're gonna be upset about anything, it might be a personal photo when we've had staff out front, because I try to get as many people in the photos. I think that makes it fun, especially if they're service-oriented like a bank. So I take them out front and I say, okay, point at the logo, give me a thumbs up, you know, just making town very approachable. And from a marketing standpoint, we wanna take the mystery away of what's behind your doors. So people are not afraid to walk into your restaurant. They know what to expect. They see a face, oh, I know her from the grocery store. I'm bringing town together as a family. So hopefully there's nothing,
I don't think there's going to be.
yeah, that should be pretty simple.
I would have loved to hear those answers when you were asking some of those questions, like, what drives people to your store, and what's your most, I wish I could have been a fly on the wall.
I'm glad I have a marketing background because I had to suggest. I'm like, well, these are the things, you know, because a lot of people, marketing is such a gray area.
Mhm.
People don't understand it, they don't know what it is. So being able to give them that perspective of their business from the public looking in has been helpful. So. And then, I don't know if you want to talk about it right now, but I want to make sure you've got the car show photos.
I haven't sent, am I good to send?
So, yeah, I posted those for you right after the car show, so you have them.
I looked at them, I didn't know
I
how
did too.
clear.
I did
How
too.
were they, Abby?
They're beautiful.
They're great.
Yeah, they really
Can
are.
we pull them up, do you
Oh.
think? Or is that?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
You need the web address?
Yeah, just give me a second here.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to peek at the photos. If you haven't seen the gallery of the photos that I've been taking of the businesses, you'll get a good taste of it.
I'm just trying to move it where I could.
And just so you know, the password for the BID is the same on any gallery that I post for you, and they are locked.
Okay, what's the website?
So Kim Hoff Photography dot mug mug.com,
Mug.
mug.
Oh, we could move this open for you guys also.
So there's the two.
So car show.
Do you need the, do you want me to come?
Yeah,
type it?
here, come type it. I wrote it down, but I don't remember.
You may have to move it.
Jolene, I'll turn on that top TV also. Here, I put it. You could.
You see it? No?
I have two, that's fine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this
And actually, you could grab the mouse for that computer if you want.
Oh, okay.
And, go however you want.
I'll give it to you. There we go. Okay, let me. There you go. Thank you. Yeah, just, when you're done, hand it back in.
Okay, so this is, we were contracted just for 5 to 8, but if you know me, that's impossible. So I was there all day, and enjoyed it very much. So I actually took over 500 photos. So these were the top that I thought represented the day. If you're not happy with them, I'm willing to just show you the rest of the gallery, and you can choose.
Where?
Go.
Sorry, what?
Who's that looking at that car?
The blue one,
Blue one.
you wanna click on the blue?
Oh, I thought it was my brother with a mask on.
Here, we'll just go through them really quickly. So, there are a few intercept photos where I was able to just catch people enjoying the day, but a lot of times I ask them to turn around and give me a big smile. We have both. I can capture different families, and just the ambiance, little ones. And then we have a gallery, a couple of pictures at the end. That show the awards. And it was such a perfect day. We got a little bit of rain, but it was such a beautiful.
Oh, the Bloody Mary.
That's the end. So does that kind of cover
Mm-hmm.
what you were hoping for? Okay. So we have another event coming up, and that's the food festival, right?
Yes.
Did I email you the times?
Yes. Okay, I just haven't responded to you.
No, you're fine.
So do you want the same kind of feel for the, okay, and is there any specific events that, during that festival that I need to capture and not make sure I don't miss them?
I would go to the park and get the boys cooking pancakes.
Okay,
The raising of the maple, the street,
So that's
It's
opening,
already
right after
done, so
opening
we'll
ceremonies before the parade. The start of the parade is them bringing the maple.
okay, and our pancakes before the maple?
yeah, yeah. You can come and have breakfast.
Okay.
Don't stand in line.
Yeah, come
Don't
see me.
stand in
Don't try
line.
to see behind
Come
the
see
scenes.
me, I'm chairman of that deal, I
Yeah.
can get you pancakes and.
Sounds good.
And maybe decorating the maple in the
Yeah.
morning.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
okay. So do the festivities that you want me to capture actually start before the public, before the time that you gave me, Abby?
I told her the opening ceremonies, after talking to the chamber, starts at 10, and, the parade starts at 10:30. Cause Kim's trying to get, like, what's the best time to be here to take
There's also
pictures.
the doll horse run, trot,
Oh, yeah.
like the starting, like there's a run,
Okay,
like the starting thing, and that starts at 7, but I mean, you can get them finishing.
Yeah.
So if she came at 9, she could get breakfast. What time are you gonna decorate the pole? Around 9:30?
No.
Earlier?
Yeah. You usually eat breakfast first, and so it's around 7:38. Takes a while.
So if I catch pancakes at 7:30 and then the pool around 7:45, 8.
It's right there together.
Yeah, they're right there.
And then get to the track for the dollar horse races, okay?
And then if you make it over to the parade deal and get a little bit of that, and then maybe some shots of some actually downtown with people crowding the streets type of thing.
Right.
You know, and then the afternoon, there's no reason to be here in the afternoon, I don't think, for you to stick around all afternoon type of thing.
Yeah, that's
And
probably.
Greg might be able to snap a few, other stuff too.
Okay, so I'll plan on being in town by 7:30, that sounds
Yeah.
about
If you
right.
want, you just park it behind Berman's,
Okay,
because there's no parking.
and
And you can get in and out there.
thank you, okay. So we'll take a peek really quickly at.
Yeah.
She loves technology, that we can just tap the keyboard.
We're really high tech around
I
here.
know. Okay, so these are in alphabetical order. So, all of our businesses that are at the top of the list that Abby gave me, that's what we're gonna see first. So as you can see, what's it called?
3Js.
3Js. I knew there was a J. So 3Js. So I caught a couple of our high school girls in there buying products, and so I asked them to smile, just gave a little bit of fun to the store. Businesses like Abba's Heart, they don't do a lot in Kingsburg, and so there wasn't, I kind of have had to talk them into participating. They're like, well, our ministry is in a different place, but our office is here. So there's not a lot sometimes for these businesses. And like you only see one right now for Ally Cart. She's loading right now. If we met Friday.
Where is she located?
She is over by the cosmetical across from the depot. The little building, the first building next to where the other one
Yeah,
burnt down, yes. So, and just getting creative with like the Apotec, shooting the stairwell and things like that. And if I see something fun going on, if I'm nearby, I run back.
How cute is that ice cream shot?
Fun.
Yeah.
They're really just trying to capture, and you know what I realized? We didn't shoot any fresh flowers when I came to see
No,
you.
you did. That's fresh right there.
Okay, is that enough?
That's really pretty.
It's beautiful, but I didn't know if you wanted like a different photo.
I'm good.
Okay, because these were all similar.
My stupidity, when you take photos of people,
Yes.
do you have to ask permission to, because it's gonna be publicized?
Generally in photography as well as video, even for the news, things like that, it's forgiveness.
Oh,
So we post, if they see it and they don't like it and they want it down, we take it down.
okay.
So, but all of these businesses, the people.
No, and I was just talking about, I saw the kids, the high school kids, did you have to ask permission? I don't know the legalities.
Yeah, I asked them, and if they, if they want it down, or their parents say, we don't like that.
Okay.
Obviously, yeah, we'll take it down. So,
I mean, they're not anything
no,
risque or, obscene or anything,
Yeah.
so.
yes. And so as we've evolved, like Chicago Title was one of the very first businesses, so as I get more ideas, I might pop in one more time and say, hey, I'd like to get one more photo that represents, because we just didn't have a lot. I keep loading different angles of Chicago Title. I like to try and get the businesses from different perspectives, because people come in town from different angles. We want them to know where the business is. Like Pelican, they're not quite open yet, Pelican Snowballs. I went over and took a picture of them with the drill and the paint and getting everything ready. So for the chiropractor, for Jennifer Dillinger, being creative with business cards. I came into town downtown. I stayed late, actually, I was there from 9:30 to 7 on Friday, trying to get the businesses that were open late. But yes, we have a whole gallery of them now as well, those are loading. What did you say?
Pictures are really cute.
I took a look at other websites that Five Creative has built that's similar to our downtown here, so that I would have an idea of the vision that he had.
The senior center, would you be really willing to reshoot them when they repaint?
Yeah.
It's in process, I think, right now, yeah.
Yeah, they told me they were getting ready to reshoot. I've had a ball. Everybody in this town is so much fun and so nice. So, the Hillblom Foundation, they sent their own photos, so those will be added, as well as, Strategic Solutions. That is a government agency, and so they don't do anything here in town local, but they submitted some photos. I met with Michael Mayer, he was wonderful, so I've got some great shots with him. Some of our spaces are really tight, so we just get creative with what we can get for them. That gives you a feel. The Zen, Salon Zen was kind of fun because in her window, I could see our coffee pot, and I was able to shoot the front window and get.
Yeah, the reflection on the coffee, well, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. I try to get very
I've
creative.
never seen in there, so I was
You what?
I've never seen inside for so long before, so
Oh,
they're fun to
so
look
nice,
at.
But she only works in there by herself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she has, a bunch of.
I have to
nice
make an
ones.
appointment.
She and the dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, and that's how I met Johnson too, because he was there. That's her husband. And then, oh my goodness, there were so many beautiful things to to do in your store. I had the best time in there. So I hope that you like what I captured with the shoes, and this cute little couple was in there. So I got them, and then the girls sitting out front. Cosmetical, we have a good gallery of those as well. The Imaginarium, the ladies that own the Imaginarium said that these children were okay to take photos of. There were a couple that were not, so we stayed away from them. This little guy is just precious.
Yeah.
He just followed me around everywhere. He's like, cheese. So, now one thing I also did, you'll see a repeat when the website comes up, you might see like the mall. And the reason is because every business is in there. I re-put the mall again, so people would see, oh, okay, they are inside there.
In the mall. Yeah,
Yes,
that makes sense.
yes. So you'll see it for the Birds, Gifts on Draper. You'll see it again for Full Cross Cider, Tony Reese. You'll see
Queen's Mortgage.
different angles, yeah. Have you seen your photos?
No, I didn't get to look at them.
So, like, this was really fun. I hope you like it, but I was able to catch her
Yeah, I love it.
in the mirror at the same time. Very pretty. And we showcased some of her products. And then some of these are under discussion, so. And like, Trinity, so they have, businesses in town that they have done the remodel work, so that's what would show under Trinity. Van Buren, I can't get them to call me back. I've walked in the door 3 times, I've called 3 times, I've got the card of Chris, I still can't get them to call me back. So some of the businesses that are on the list, I've actually done all the shooting I can possibly do without further cooperation.
That's all you can do.
Yes.
What happens when you walk in the door? What do they tell you?
Well, there's a mask warning on the front, and so I'm kind of backed out. And they just said, you'll have to call, and so I've called. and actually got Chris's card and left a message. So whether he's busy and I'm on his list to get back to me, I don't know. So like I said, I shot a ton Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of last week when everybody was back from Easter, everybody's back from tax season, so those are all loading. I don't even know how many photos, but I've taken, some businesses have more photos just because there was more to choose from, and I thought I would do what I could and give those to Ron. Like with social vocational, so we did just business cards and we did artwork of their students.
Oh, there's another one, there, just,
He's looking at the RPS.
Yeah, let's see, where is it, right here? Yeah, so please let me come shoot some more.
yeah, we'll get some people signing or something like that.
That would be perfect. There's some more of yours loading, because I don't see them right here. I have pictures.
We kind of need, now that I have the Swedish flags out, get one on the outside too.
Okay. And then Y Properties is inside RPS? That's
Yes.
separate though?
Yes,
Okay,
nothing to do with
That's-
one.
okay.
I don't.
okay. I've had to educate myself as I went. Any questions? And then some of them, I know, like Phil Erickson is working on Kulo Brothers for me, and, who's our other one in there?
Oh, Michael,
Michael. Huber?
yeah.
Yes. And there's a ton of London, that are coming in. So if we get to the point that Ron says, hey, I shot both portrait and landscape for him in most cases, but when he gets into the design, if he needs something, I'm happy to run out and grab it.
Okay.
How many photos were we told by Ron, how many photos are gonna show up for
Yeah.
each business? I forgot.
Like 5,
4 or 5?
4 or
Okay.
5, there's one
Okay.
and
3 across the bottom,
and then
and
one.
1 or 2
Okay,
bigger.
Yeah.
Depending on, like,
Yeah.
service people,
yeah.
you know.
So Abby and I have had some conversations about, like Kingsburg Insurance. When I went in and took the photo, this is obviously inside their office, but he asked me to shoot this, which is on the side of the building to Central Valley Crop Insurance.
Let me write that down.
Yeah, so those are things we might want to talk
They don't have
about.
I don't know if it's a separate entity, they're not in my system.
Central Valley Crop
Yeah.
Insurance. It's owned by the Carlsons, so I don't know if it's under the auspices of Kingsbury Insurance
Yeah,
or not.
I'll just look into it.
Yeah. Danny can afford it. Danny runs the crop, Danny Cates, Teresa's husband, he runs the crop insurance.
And then sometimes the best I could do is give a few different options for Ron to choose from, depending on the perspective that he wants. But like I said, I'm happy to go back. So I did do very little editing, but if there was, a light issue, if we just could not get light, so I've gone back and I've lightened a few. Some of these I left dark because we're trying to show the stained glass windows. They can be lightened up further. If there was,
Have other churches been okay with you coming in?
everybody so far.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I've been,
He's like, come on in, which one get you?
yeah, I've been in every church on the list, so. And it was so cute because First Baptist, when I went down there, I found the business office down the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, can I go in and shoot pictures of the church? And I expected her to walk me in, and I just loved the whole small town thing. She's like, here's the keys, let yourself in. Okay.
I haven't seen it since the remodeling's been
Nice.
Is it?
So that was fun. Anytime I could catch a person, we caught a person. Dr. Afterman, they did a great job, we did their photo shoot. Greenleaf, is the outside of the business card, and then this is actually a photo of a photo in the office, but it gives perspective on what they actually do, and so that's what they preferred. Not my artwork, and they weren't sure whose it was, so it's,
So we don't have to give credit.
We'll ask for forgiveness.
that's right, forgiveness, if somebody
I
says,
love that.
if somebody says, hey, we'll go, oh, sorry. We'll put their name on it or take it off.
Who's got that chicken?
That is inside Gifts on Draper.
Oh, okay.
But that's the kind of stuff that Ron wants. He wants just fun flavor, because when they open the page, they want to see color, they want to see,
Right.
instead of just building.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah. So there we go. That's what we're doing. We just have, like I said, I can't even tell you how many are loading right now. There's 2 days worth, and like I said, Friday I shot from 9:30 in the morning till 7 at night. The tons to come. But Abby's got the password, so you can peek in here anytime you want. See what's going on. Is that what you were hoping for? Yep. Okay, looks great. Any questions? All righty.
We're moving along.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You are
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're welcome.
I'll just take the mouse back.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so moving on to item number 5, reports from, any reports from board members? Everybody good?
Oh, I have one thing, after you guys are done.
Okay, all right. Moving on, item number 6, other business. Is that you?
That's you.
Sid, who will be driving the trolley for the Swedish Festival, needs a map of
Okay.
where the stops are gonna be. So he asked for it, so I'd rather get it to him sooner than later so that he could plan for that day.
Okay, so, the driving council and parade this year?
Yes,
So the trolley really wouldn't start running until after parade?
probably, yeah.
And at that point, are all the streets open?
I think so. I'm not part of the chamber for the planning. Is it gonna be like last year where there's still gonna be traffic?
Well, no cars will be on Draper Street between, California and Lincoln.
You guys might have to get with the chamber to see what the street closures look like. I don't know. And then get a map in the direction that you guys want him. Because then I work with Public Works to put out the trolley stops.
Okay, and did we say that we were,
That is one that
did
you
we
guys,
talk about where we're gonna have them stop?
Well, in the past, you could get in Draper, so there was a stop on Draper, and there was a stop on Lewis, and a stop, maybe Larson? I don't know exactly the other one. There were those stops that we've used before, but now, we really need to talk to Chamber and see where they can go. And are we taking people to Historical Park,
Historical and the depot.
Historical and Depot?
It says it in their flyer.
It does?
Mm-hmm.
Are.
they just like it's
That's we discussed full committee, they're a bunch of loose cannons. June and I are on this. We probably said, yeah, that's all right.
Well, maybe you could go on either Lincoln or Marion. I don't think Marion is gonna be blocked off, but Smith will be. Smith is gonna be off full. Well, Marion will be blocked off too. If you can't go on Draper, you couldn't get on Marion.
Yeah, you guys will just have to look at the map, because you can't turn, I mean, it's, you guys know what the trolley looks like. It's a bus, so he's not gonna be able to do like a 3-point turn, or it has to be a
He's gonna be
fluid.
able to go on Ellis Street. Is Ellis gonna be open? So he can make the loop?
Yeah, to the parade.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that if we get a map, stop by Workouts Unlimited, stop at the depot, go around and stop at Larson, so that's both end of Drapers, you know, out to the historical park, and then loop back around.
Should we stop in the middle of Draper somewhere at Casaros, or no?
They can't get,
But they,
the
how,
only
they
place they can
can't,
stop would be Berman's or
Oh, I
Washington School.
see,
I see.
I'm thinking of through streets.
Yeah, okay.
And I know this, it's a long way to ask for this town to walk a block. They don't like to walk. I have to hear one more time about parking in this town. Gee, my me.
I lost my car twice in this process, I just have to admit. I parked on one street and then walked in circles so many blocks, I couldn't remember where I parked.
Okay,
I
so,
was at Valley Children's one time and had to hit I walked up and down the parking lot, hitting my emergency, whatever that thing is,
Mhm.
until I heard my car go off. Oh, there it is.
should we talk, so who do we talk to?
To get a map?
Should we talk, do we
Can
talk to
you,
Barbara or?
I mean, who could print off a map?
What the chamber has closed,
No, what,
oh, like a Google map?
yeah,
I could do that,
okay. I'll come in tomorrow.
okay,
Alright, so Steve's gonna,
we'll help with the map. And I've had, Sid's been great through MV Transportation. Right now, the drivers for FTRC they're hired through, you know, they're already doing it, they're qualified, everything else. So that's who we're able to hire for stuff like this, and he's recruited 2 other people, some that live here in town. So now we have 3
Oh,
in
good.
our pool, which is awesome. So, yeah,
We just need to get people to utilize it
yeah.
more.
The
so
hard
it's more
part is,
brighter.
I had someone call the other day, well, this doesn't have to just be ID, but, the drivers work during the day, so it's like weekends and afternoon availability.
I'll call you on the 14th. Take it out to the winery.
any other business for anybody? Hearing none, we will adjourn till our next meeting. And when do we want to meet again? Mm-mm.
Next meeting will be June.
Yeah.
I have a question. Did we discuss, if we are all still on the board for,
It hasn't came to council yet, 'cause
Oh.
I'll let you guys
Oh,
know,
okay,
I'll keep
yeah.
you, yeah. So yes, you are.
okay.
I'm waiting for one more application to come in so that we have a full committee.
Okay.
Quelo assumed that she was, they told me yesterday that she didn't know that she had to do that, that she would just stay. I'm like, no, you gotta turn in some paperwork.
Yeah, I've been talking to her.
Okay, all right. So, June, you guys wanna do it on a Monday like we did today, or you guys wanna go back to a Wednesday?
I really need to keep Wednesdays if it works for everybody else.
Me,
Is that okay, June? Does that Wednesday work for you?
do Wednesdays work for you? Yeah?
Wednesday work for you, Steve?
Yeah, yeah. I just don't have time to get really cleaned up from the gym, but that's okay. You know, just maybe in gym shorts one of these times.
So June 1st at 8 AM?
June for.
Or I can make Tuesday, Thursday mornings work too. I've got a sitter Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, let's just leave it Wednesday if that works for.
I just thought, Abby has council meetings on the same Wednesdays that you guys meet, then it's a really, really long day for her.
I don't mind Wednesdays as much, like Thursdays would be hard for me, 'cause I'm at work till whenever, and then to come in at 8 o'clock is thank you, Jolene, I appreciate you looking out. So, Wednesdays work for me in that way, but Thursdays,
Thursdays are my day.
when we do that, Thursdays are rough, 'cause I've already been here all night, so.
Okay.
And Mondays are hard just 'cause it's hard to get my kids to school on Monday mornings, but we made it today, so.
So we're gonna leave it June first,
That works for everyone.
that's the day before graduation.
Oh, am I gonna be back? Yes, I'll be back.
Okay, 9:01.
Guess I'll make sure I'm back.
So you wanna adjourn it?
Yes, adjourn, 9:01, please.